Captain Valencia. Many thought that she was a boy, including me, because of her short hair. But I was shocked because of her character illustration. But the question is, should we summon her or not? Today we will have a full review of Captain Valencia. We will talk about her profile, abilities, exclusive weapon, suggested builds, and I will give you my thoughts on every topic. Let's go to her profile. Valencia is the elite royal guard captain of the Demon Shire's Count. She wants to claim the title of being the best swordsman in the demon world. This is her hero information. Now let's go straight to her abilities. Captain Valencia has a party buff of crit hit multiplier of 100%. She also has a skill damage of plus 6% and 1% HP recovery on enemy kill. Her party buff is good in team DPS fights like Guild Raid and Expedition. You can use Veronica along with her for a total of 200% critical hit multiplier. I haven't tested it yet, but I think we will get good DPS if it works. Her normal attack is called Elite Swordsman. It is separated into a normal attack and a character skill. Sword Shower. Showers infinite sword attacks to inflict damage. It is very similar to Lapis's normal attack that has 4 directions. The only difference is that it has a shorter distance but a wider range. Lightning Sting. Swiftly charges toward the enemy to inflict damage. Carol and Valencia have the same character skill. They both have Lightning Sting. You can use this skill to chase down running enemies. Her chain skill is called Judgment Edge. It is down to injured. Uses elegant swordsmanship to inflict 300% of DPS as melee AoE damage. Her chain skill is good in delaying status because you can trigger it 5 seconds before the down status disappears. Just make sure that the enemy doesn't have teleport like Viper Clan leader. Her special ability is called Duelist. On Lightning Sting's hit, increase her attack by 40% and allies' attack by 20% for 4 seconds. This ability is a very good buff for boosting your team's attack DPS, especially in Guild Raid fights. Now let's see her exclusive weapon. Her exclusive weapon is called Arges. And it's an epic one-handed sword. Her exclusive weapon has very few stats compared to other exclusive weapons. It has an 8% attack increase on enemy kill, which can be useful in dealing with multiple enemies like in Expedition. It has also a very interesting ability. Sword Shower's third hit will be a crit hit. Lightning Sting's damage increases by 100% of DPS damage. When using Mirage Rush, Phantoms will rush once more. Every time these indicators below both light up, her next attack is a 100% critical hit. Mirage Rush twice because of this weapon ability. It will be a good kiting skill in arena. Her weapon skill is called Mirage Rush. It is level 5. It has an attack of 210% DPS and a regen time of 7 seconds only. Creates phantoms and rushes them towards the enemy to inflict damage. Puts enemies in a down state. Her weapon skill can pass through walls and obstacles. It has a wide range and tracks down enemies. It is good at kiting enemies in arena. Collecting this weapon will grant you permanent defense stats of plus 1%. Now let's go to our recommendation checklist. In this checklist, we will have 3 indicators. Green check for good, orange check for average, and red X for bad. Let's start with story mode. I think Captain Valencia is a very good choice in story mode. First, she is a light element character. She will be good in hard stages like World 11. Second, her weapon skill is good in killing the enemy nuker that was always hiding behind the walls. Third, she is a melee character. Her normal attacks have a natural knockback effect that can cancel spell casting enemies. It is a green check for story mode. Second is Guild Raid. I think Captain Valencia will be a good support and DPS at Guild Raid because of her party buff and special ability. You can use her as sub DPS at any melee raid party like Lifeguard use A. You can also have 200% crit hit multiplier if you party her with Veronica. I haven't tested it yet, but I think we will get good DPS if it works. It is a green check for Guild Raid. Third is Expedition. I think she will be a good Expedition hero. First, her normal attack has a wide range and can deal with multiple enemies. Second, her chain skill deals AoE damage. Third, her weapon skill can kill many mobs because it has a wide range and has 2 phases. It's a green check for Expedition. Fourth is Colosseum. I think she is not good in Colosseum because of the current meta. The meta right now are range dealers, hard tanks, support summoners, and heroes with priority targets. It's a red X for Colosseum. Last is Arena. I think you will have fun using her in Arena if you use Lapis in Arena before. Her playing style is very similar to Lapis. Her weapon skill is very good at kiting because it has a mirage that chases down the enemy. So it's also a green check for Arena. I think the developer created Captain Valencia for the purpose of boosting the DPS of the melee teams, especially in the Monolith team and Guild Raid. But I think she would be fun to use in Arena too if you used Lapis before in Arena. I hope this checklist will help you to decide if you will summon her or not. Now let's go to the item build guide. Let's start with the adventure build. For main weapon, use her exclusive weapon Arges for weapon ability. You can use Holy Sword as an alternative. For accessory, you can start with Necklace of Blessings from the Kamazin equipment shop. It is only 22,000 gold. It will give you toughness for survivability in the early stages of adventure. You can upgrade to these high toughness accessories for higher level enemies. For cards, if you are a new player, you can start with these 2 cards in the Kamazin equipment shop for only 60,000 gold each. It is 1 attack card and 1 defense card. You can use 2 defense cards to boss enemies. You can also use on enemy kill cards when fighting multiple enemies. For merch, use Eugene Bike figure for additional toughness and light element damage. For relic, use Guidance of Truth set for defense party buff. The next build is for guild raid. For main weapon, use her exclusive weapon Arges for optimal DPS. For accessories, use Sharpshooter for high DPS stats. You can upgrade to Sniper Goggles or Minotaur's Necklace for the endgame build. For cards, for the leader position, use 2 skill damage cards for high burst damage. For the member position, use 2 attack cards for the highest DPS output. For merch, use Eugene Bike figure when fighting dark element bosses. Switch to Mary Cushion when fighting other element bosses. You can upgrade to Statue of Bravery and Invader Mothership for the endgame build. For relic, use Holy Vow or use the Eternal Unity set for DPS party buff. The next build is for expedition. For main weapon, use her exclusive weapon Arges for the Mirage effect on her weapon skill. For accessories, use Sharpshooter for high DPS stats. You can upgrade to Sniper Goggles or Minotaur's Necklace for the endgame build. For cards, for the leader position, use 2 skill damage cards for high burst damage. For the member position, use 2 attack cards for the highest DPS output. You can also use on enemy kill cards when fighting waves of enemies. For merch, use Eugene Bike figure for light damage and additional toughness. You can upgrade to the Statue of Bravery for more DPS. For relic, use Holy Vow or use the Eternal Unity set for DPS party buff. I will skip the Colosseum build because I don't recommend her to use added. Last is the arena build. For main weapon, use her exclusive weapon Arges for the Mirage effect and additional DPS. For accessories, use Ring of Fortress for high toughness low budget build. You can upgrade to these accessories for later builds. For cards, use 2 defense cards for additional toughness. You can also use 1 injury negate card if you already have good toughness from accessories. For merch, you can also use Statue of Bravery if she's the first to fight and Invader Mothership if she's the second or last to fight. For relic, use any relic that has PvP damage stats or crit hit multiplier. Now it's time to see her in action.
급소를 노려! 이 초 안에 끝내겠다. 급소를 노려! 급소를 노려!
That's it for now, don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next video.